Hey everyone, your number one tech Mark here again to continue with the add a new job prompted video tutorial. The last screen that we just accepted on is the add a new case window, and now we are at the add a new job window. We're going to start in the upper left hand corner where you have your received date and time. This is the date and the time that you received your paperwork from the client. The date and the time is going to automatically populate with the date and the time that you began entering in the job according to your computer's date and time. You can change it if you click in there and then just click down, or on the up arrows you can change your dates, and same with the time by just clicking on your down, your up arrows, or you can change it. The client reference number below, this could be a different client reference number. The client reference number on the previous screen was for the case. This client reference number is for the job. If your client provides you with a reference number for this job, well, you could type it in here. If they do not provide you with the reference number, then you would just leave this blank and continue on. You have court date and time below there. You can enter in the court date and time if it's listed on your documents. If it's not listed, then you can skip that. It's not a required field. Below there, you have type of writ documents, and there's a giant white cell. If you click in that white cell, it's going to bring up a frequently served documents list. This is just a frequently served document, so it's not going to be all-inclusive. If you see the documents that you're serving, like the subpoena for deposition, then you can just click on it and hit accept. If you don't see the documents that you're serving and you wanted to add more documents to this list, you could just click add, and then you could type in whatever document you would like. And then when you click on it and hit accept, it's going to be in this list for all of your future jobs going forward. And you can add and delete and edit as many different lines in here as you would like. Just be sure to hit accept when you're finished, because if you hit cancel, then you're not going to save any of the changes that you just made. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on one and then hit accept. And now you'll see that it's now populated in my type of writ document section. And if you ever wanted to get back into it, you can click on the browser button and it'll bring up your frequently served documents list. And like you see here, this is what I just typed in. It's going to save in this list for all of my future jobs. Moving on, below there you have servee, and you have your party to be served. You have actual service to the right of that, and then you have servee list. If you click on servee list, that is going to bring up the add a new job servee list window. You can tell which window this is by looking right here in the middle. Servee detail, party to be served. This is the party to be served record. So we're going to fill in the party to be served information. For the party type where it says not specified, you always need to choose either a natural person or a business entity. In this example, I'm going to choose natural person. And then you would just fill in the information accordingly. You'd put in the first name, the last name, suffix if appropriate, and then the address information. And you can go ahead and do so now. And when you are finished entering in this information, you're just going to go ahead and hit accept. And then you'll see the party to be served information is now listed right here on the job. So now what you want to do is you just want to hit accept on this job. It's going to write the job information, and it is going to give you a new job serial number that is indicated here. You click OK. Now, by default, a field sheet is automatically added to your print queue. And you can tell by if you go to Setup and then you go down to Miscellaneous Options, this checkbox right here, Queue hard copy field sheet log on new job. That means that every time that you enter a new job and you get a new job number like we just did, a field sheet is automatically added to your print queue. So the next time that you process your print queue to print out your documents, you'll print out a field sheet for that new job that you entered. That option can be disabled if you do not want to use your field sheets. You just come in here, uncheck that box, and then you'll hit accept. To process your print queue to actually print out your documents, you just go to Utilities, you go to Process My Print Queue, and that is going to print any documents that would be in your print queue at this time. So now at this point, we're going to assume that you were just out, you had your server serve the papers, and now you're back in the office and you're ready to close out this job. The first thing that you want to do is you want to open up the job. If you go to Jobs, and then go down to Edit Existing Job, that is going to bring up the Edit Existing Job window here. this will populate with the last job that you were just in. So it populates with the job that I'm looking for. Something as a little shortcut, let's just say that this had, job number 1 in here and I'm looking for job 23. I can literally just type the word or the numbers 23 and it will bring open my job 2017-23. You not always have to type the full 10 digits. So now we're in the job and we're ready to close it out. The first thing that we want to do is set the actual service. So you're going to click on the same Serve List button again, and now we're going to bring up the party to be served. If this is who you actually served, and this is the same address you served them at, you just have to click or check the box, this is the actual service information, and then you would hit accept. If this isn't who you served at this address, let's say maybe you served John Doe's spouse, what you would do is you would click copy, then click add, it's adding a new record, and then you click paste, and that's pasting the same information from the previous record. And now you can just change it. Maybe you served Jane Doe, who is the spouse of John, and it was at their home. And then you can check the box, this is the actual service information to show that you served Jane Doe as the spouse at this address. If you didn't and you just served John, then you would just check the box, this is the actual service information, and hit accept is what I'm going to do now. And you'll see you have John Doe for the party to be served, you have John Doe for the actual service because this is who you actually served. And then you have the service information. You're just going to input the date and the time that you actually conducted the serve. As a nice shortcut, if you tap the letter T in either one of those fields, it's going to automatically populate with today's date and today's time. And then you can just change those around if you wanted to by using your arrows to indicate when you actually did do the serve. And then below that you have type of service. You're going to drop that list down and choose the type of service that PST has already preloaded in here and the one that's going to best suit your needs. In this example, the individual personal is what I'm going to use because that's the type of service I have for here. When you're finished entering in that information, you're just going to hit accept. When this message comes up, please verify or complete the invoice, that means that you're ready to finish up this job. And you're just going to click OK. And after you click OK, it's going to bring up your invoice window. And this is just saying so that you can verify the invoice just in case any amounts have changed. Maybe you had additional addresses that you didn't originally know about that you need to charge for. Maybe you need to give a credit for any reason. It doesn't matter. What you're looking for is the amount due in the bottom right. As long as this is still the amount that you want to bill your client for, you're just going to hit accept. If it's not, then you would make whatever changes you need to above. So I'm going to go ahead and hit accept, and then I'm just going to hit accept one more time on my edit existing job window. This is going to bring up my job print queue window. And this is where, you tell PST what you want to do with your documents. The queue hard copy, again, is just so that you can print your document. Create PDF saves a PDF document to your hard drive on your computer. And attach PDF will attach a PDF of whichever document directly to the job itself within PST. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and just attach and also queue my hard copy and then hit accept. And then when I am ready, I will go to utilities and I will go to process my print queue to print my documents. And if you wanted to see the documents that were attached as well, we're going to go ahead and open up the job again. I'll click on the attachments window and you'll see the attachments here. So I have the invoice affidavit in my field sheet attached. I can view the document just by clicking on it and clicking view. You can cancel on that and then close out the job and you are pretty much finished. And after you have printed your documents, you have closed out that job. And that concludes this tutorial.